We're Prsnlty.
We're at the bridge.
And this is the Venom Vision.
Let's go.
So Sean and I started Prsnlty as an idea when we were in high school together. We had a class and
what was it?
It was like a business class in high school, you know. And we were both inspired a lot by fashion and streetwear, sneakers and clothing and just art of life itself. And then we decided, okay, let's start our own clothing line. And then I decided, you know, why don't we call it Prsnlty? Everybody has one, you know. We're trying to appeal to the mixed culture that is South Florida and worldwide, you know, and that describes us and our collective as well. So, you know, something to appeal to everybody.
When we first started, everything we do is for street culture. We were always inspired by Supreme, the Hundreds, Johnny Cupcakes, Stussy, you know, all the the legends.
Vans.
For sure. Vans, definitely. That's I always ask Imani, what brand do you want us to be like sometimes? And we never want to be like anybody else, but Vans.
You know, you always envision somebody, someone who can do it all in a sense, like a Ralph Lauren.
Exactly. And Vans is for the people, just the ones that want to be inspired, creators, millennials.
Yeah.
People that just want to be themselves.
Not even just streetwear, but I feel like everybody.
The name has to make us expand. You know, they always say target a market, but our name, it just keeps us not in the box. So it's
we're able to appeal to everybody.
Pretty much.
Young and old and rich and
people
poor
buy. My grandma will buy. My grandma wears that. CEO 2.
Designer.
First man in charge.
Yeah.
First woman in charge.
We kind of I'm more, how you say, I guess, left brain. He's more right brain or whichever. I'm more artistic and I come up with ideas and I make them into products and the art of the business. And we're in terms of creating, designing, in that manner. Sean handles a lot of business-wise, paperwork, marketing.
It was so natural. It just happened really quick.
We were both what we needed in each other to make the business a real thing.
Exactly. And one thing, I was inspired by my uncle always to do business, so I knew what kind of form of business. I just didn't know what business I wanted to do. So it just happened to be retail, and retail kind of sucks. It's just a lot of hard work, but you know, now we're here.
Doing our thing.
Communication is number one. That's always the problem though, and it's just you always have to you have to be that person sometimes. In communication, you're damn, do I gotta hit him up again? I don't want to be annoying, but it's sometimes you have to reach the deadline. The deadline is nothing more important than the deadline. So it's just you have to hassle people. You just gotta be on top of everything, and that makes it harder but easier in the end.
In this business of creating, and you constantly have to be pushing out content and, you know, making things happen and appealing and, you know, all these things. And, you know, sometimes you think about, you know, running out of ideas or
motivation, definitely.
putting out anything. You know, you always want to stay true, our brand integrity. That's something we always wanted to make sure we keep. Brand integrity and, you know, being in touch with our supporters and
exactly. And that even goes back to communication, not to stray the point on, but it's just you want to keep that communication with your customers and just the people you work around, and that's just going to make the wavelength and the vibes just align so much better.
More than just clothes.
Exactly.
Goals are always to expand, you know, get bigger. We
want to get in more retail stores.
Stuff to appeal to everybody.
Trade shows, Magic, Complex Con, we want to be there. We want to just showcase what we do. Our new thing now is we want to show people more behind the scenes of the brand so they can learn and understand the hard work we put into it.
We are a DIY
Each one teach one, yeah. Someone is always teaching me, so it's I always have to teach somebody else.
Absolutely.
And that's just how the train goes.
Absolutely. So. Research and plan and plan and plan and plan.
Organization.
And plan,
You gotta organize.
Yeah. If you're serious, you know, you gotta stay organized and you gotta be planned. And
it sounds to the books, but honestly, the people that succeed follow the books.
Yeah.
And that's what really helps them stand out.
Stay diligent, yeah.
Invest in yourself. Learn more about the craft.
That way.
Exactly. And it may be painful in the first couple of years, but once you really once you hone in, I remember I couldn't print a shirt. Now I barely ever mess up a shirt, and that's why I'm trying to do other new things. So just that, invest in yourself.